When someone installs a security camera at home, the goal is usually simple: peace of mind. People expect to feel safer, knowing that if anything suspicious happens, it'll be caught on tape. But when it comes to the paranormal, no amount of technology can truly protect you. Locks, alarms, and motion sensors don't mean a thing when strange entities and unexplained creatures decide to pay a visit. Today we're diving into some of the creepiest and most sinister cases ever recorded by security cameras. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Have you ever imagined coming face to face with something supernatural inside your own home? That's exactly what one family claims happened. Juan and Nicole were sitting on the couch watching a movie with a friend when he suddenly noticed a teddy bear moving on its own. At first, everyone laughed it off, thinking it was just his imagination, but a few seconds later, a dark shadow appeared, and this time all three of them saw it.
Esto mijo, uy, si es que hay alguien que sabe de estas cosas que nos ayude. Yo me quiero ir. No, mira, la sombra blanca, ¿sí la viste?
Sí, pero no. Ahí sí. Ahí yo fue que ya comencé a sentirme mal.
¿Por qué?
Porque mira, a ver, a eso yo sí lo vi claramente, así, de reojo. Oye, ¿por qué te... Mira, sí,
uy.
Sí viste, eso sí. Eso sí.
That was the moment things escalated. Objects started behaving strangely, shadows flickered across the room, and the feeling of being watched grew stronger. Scared, they tried to leave the house, only to see the front door slam shut right in front of their eyes.
Yo digo, sí, la botella. Te juro que yo no aguanto un día más.
Uy, no.
Yo no aguanto un día más.
Pero, uy, ¿sí ves la luz que pasa por ahí?
Sí.
Ahí pasa.
Mira, del susto, ¿sí ves lo que me pasó del susto?
Mira.
Uy, está el cuadro, Dios mío santo.
Mira.
When they checked the security camera, every bizarre detail was there on tape. Even creepier, the couple said this wasn't the first time they had gone through something like this. Similar events had already followed them to a previous home. So what do you think? Is something dark and malevolent haunting this couple, following them wherever they go? It was just another night until two hooded strangers knocked on a man's door. They claimed their car had broken down and they needed to use the phone. They insisted his house was the only one on the street with the light still on. Even though their story sounded suspicious, the homeowner cracked the door open.
Hello, do y'all have a phone I can use? My car broke down and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
An almost fatal mistake. As soon as he refused to let them inside, one of the strangers, wearing a yellow hoodie and a mask, pulled out a weapon and tried to force his way in. The homeowner barely managed to slam the door shut in time, and the would-be intruders bolted. The entire attempt was caught on his security camera, serving as a chilling reminder: don't open your door to strangers in the middle of the night. A grieving family had recently lost their beloved cat, but even after her passing, they kept hearing the familiar jingles of her toys and feeling her presence in the house. Curious and unsettled, the father decided to place a camera in the laundry room to see what was happening. What he captured left everyone stunned. Several toys began moving on their own, without anyone near them. But that wasn't even the most shocking part. Moments later, the faint silhouette of a cat emerged from a small pet house and strolled across the room, just like their pet used to do. Some believe it was the spirit of the cat refusing to leave. Others think the animal didn't even realize it had passed away. The family swears the apparition looked exactly like their pet the last time they saw her alive. So what do you think? Can bonds between humans and their pets survive even death? A Imagine checking your security feed at night and spotting something completely inhuman staring into your windows. That's what one homeowner claims happened. In the footage, you can clearly see a strange figure peeking through the glass. Its features look nothing like a person. The being had a smooth, pale head, no visible nose, and large, unnatural eyes. The homeowner was terrified when his motion alert went off, and even more horrified when he played back the video. The figure vanished after that night and was never seen again. Some say it was an alien scout, others argue it was just a prank with a mask, but honestly, who in their right mind would choose that mask? Jay worked night shifts as a hospital security guard and thought he had seen it all, until one shift changed his perspective forever. Around 3 a.m., he spotted a shadowy figure gliding across the entrance hall. Thinking his mind was playing tricks on him, he rewound the footage, and there it was on the camera. Shaken, Jay even threw a book at the mysterious shape when it appeared again. Days later, a ceiling lamp crashed to the ground with no explanation. And in yet another encounter, a transparent figure drifted past him, accompanied by a freezing gust of air. Jay insists something lurks in that hospital, and whatever it is, it doesn't like his presence there. Even ghosts seem to enjoy soccer. At least that's what one bizarre video from India suggests. After a match ended, fans were leaving the stadium when a shadowy figure walked straight through the crowd. The strange thing, while it was completely visible on camera, nobody in the crowd seemed to notice it at all. The dark figure drifted between people like it wasn't bound to this world. The video went viral, with many locals calling it an Atman, a wandering soul or spirit from Hindu belief, casually strolling among the living. A stretch of road in West Java, Indonesia became infamous for constant accidents and eerie sightings. That's where a car's dash cam captured something spine-chilling just after midnight. As the driver attempted to overtake another car, a ghostly figure suddenly appeared standing in the middle of the lane. Swerving hard, the driver narrowly avoided hitting it. Slowed down, the footage looks even creepier. Locals claim it's the ghost of someone who died on the road and now causes accidents by startling drivers. Paranormal or not, the footage is enough to make anyone avoid driving there at night. A dashcam in Australia recorded a scene straight out of a nightmare. A car was driving normally when a woman suddenly threw herself in front of it. Seconds later, a man ran up, pretending to help her, clearly trying to force the driver to stop, but something didn't add up. Suspicious, the driver hit the gas and escaped. Not long after, he saw two armed men lurking in the shadows ahead, waiting for him to stop. It was almost certainly an attempted carjacking or kidnapping. Thankfully, he trusted his instincts and avoided what could have been a deadly setup. In September 2023, a group of friends went camping and began hearing strange noises outside their tent night after night. Curious about what animal might be wandering nearby, they set up a camera. At around 2 a.m., the camera caught something unexpected. A massive shadowy figure standing between the trees, watching them with glowing eyes. When they reviewed the footage, none of them could explain what they saw. The shape was too large to be any known animal. Spooked, they quickly packed up and left. Some mysteries just aren't worth sticking around for. Back in August 2018, security cameras at a factory in England picked up something that creeped out everyone who saw it. Two men were walking down a corridor, looking normal at first, but when the footage was zoomed in, their features looked wrong. They had pointed ears, dark eyes, and elongated noses, features straight out of classic vampire descriptions. Some viewers believed it was legit paranormal evidence. Others insisted it was just two guys wearing very realistic masks. But here's the question, why would anyone wear masks like that in the middle of the night in a factory of all places? Either way, no one would want to run into those two in the dark. For one cafe worker, an ordinary shift turned into something out of a horror movie. She was preparing drinks with both hands full when a glass sitting on the counter suddenly slid on its own. No one touched it, no one bumped it, and yet it moved forcefully across the surface. Confused and unsettled, she asked her boss to pull the security footage. Sure enough, the video showed the glass sliding all by itself. To this day, she has no explanation. Sometimes photos look totally normal until you zoom in. That's exactly what happened with this bizarre trail camera capture. At first glance, it seems like a wild animal staring at the lens. But then you notice something doesn't add up. The eye looks feline, but the ear? Completely human. The strange hybrid-like image left everyone puzzled. Was it a mutant animal, some unknown species, or something far stranger than we can comprehend? The more you look, the less sense it makes. One morning in a restaurant still closed to the public, a worker was cleaning tables like always, but in just seconds, the routine turned into a life or death struggle. Suddenly, he clutched his chest, choking and panicking. He was suffocating on a piece of gum. Alone in the dining area with nobody to help, he realized he had only moments to save himself. Desperate, he threw himself against a chair, trying to perform the Heimlich maneuver on his own. With each attempt, his strength faded, his body stumbling as oxygen slipped away. In the final seconds, just as he was about to collapse, the gum shot out and his airway cleared. He had survived, but barely. The security footage went viral, showing how quickly an ordinary moment can spiral into a nightmare. It's a reminder to never underestimate life's little risks, because sometimes it's just you versus the clock. And that's it for today's video. Until next time, stay safe because you never know who or what might be watching you.